Lesson 4, homework. Right, let's see the homework. I hope that you have tried the homework and that you feel comfortable with the answers. But let's compare the answers. Let's first read question 1. Consider the expression and answer the questions. Write the expression. Arrange it in decreasing powers of x. Now let's first look at the exponent, the power. There's a 3. Then I see I have a 4. I have a 2, and I know the hidden information is a 1 down there, and then there is the constant. There's no exponent down there, and it must be in decreasing. Decreasing means from the highest to the lowest. Question number A. I'm going to write, it seems to me the exponent 4, so I'm going to have 2, there's a plus in front that I do not need showing, x to the 4. Then my next one is that 3, and I do know in front of that 5 actually stands a plus, so I'm going to have plus 5x cubed. The next one going to be that square plus, and I know that the hidden information in front is a 1x squared plus the next one obvious 3x to the exponent 1 minus the constant, namely 4. So that one is done. My next one, number B. How many terms are there? Now if I grab my pencil again quickly and I'm just going to count it. Remember, a term gets divided by a plus or a minus. 2, 3, 4, and it seems to me we're going to have terms equals to be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms in that case. Right, if I grab my next one, it says, so that one is also done. What is the coefficient of x cubed? X cubed coefficient, I can see it is plus 5. So C, the answer for that one, going to become then plus 5. The coefficient of x cubed plus 5. Number D. So that one is also done. What is the constant term? The constant term is the number alone. So the constant C must be then equals to be minus 4. That one is also done. Number E. What is the degree of the expression? Now then we're going to look at the highest exponent. Clearly in this one, as I put it in decreasing, the highest exponent power value in this case going to be 4. So number E, I'm just going to put there degree, and I'm going to say equals to 4. And now that one is also then done. Now number F. Number F, determine the value of the expression if x equal to be 2. So I'm going to take the expression now where I'm going to have 2x exponent 4 plus 5x to the exponent 3 plus 1x squared plus 3x minus the 4. And I'm going to substitute the x now to be equal to 2. So I'm going to have 2 in the place of x. It's a 2 to the exponent 4 plus 5. X must be 2 to the exponent 3 plus 1. X must be again 2, and it got to be a square plus 3x to be 2 minus the 4 equals 2. So we're going to have 2 multiply. 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8 times 2 must become then 16 plus 5 multiply 3 2's. 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8 plus, there's the 1, multiply, bracket means multiply, 2 times 2 is 4 plus 3 times 2 is 6 minus the 4. So I'm going to have now 2 times 16, going to give me 32 plus 5 times 8 to be 40 plus 1 times 4 is 4 plus 6 minus the 4. And if I put all that in my calculator, it looks to me my answer going to give me something like minus 2. Now for question 2a. If I look at this one, 3 x squared bracket, and again 2 xy squared, and again x cubed y plus, and then 4 x to the 4 x squared y. Now guys, I would just like to say a bracket means a multiplication. That's what I see, a multiplication. And then be careful for the plus down there, and there's a multiplication once again. So I'm going to look at the coefficients. Hidden information. I do realize that there stands a 1 key down there, there's a 1 key down there, in front the coefficient down there is a 1. And it seems to me that there is also a 1 key down there. So I love the idea by putting all the hidden information down first. So I'm going to go over now and say 3 times 2 is 6 times the 1. It's going to give me a coefficient value of 6. Now, if the bases are the same, first I'm going to look at the base x. So I'm going to have 2 plus the 1 is 3 plus that 3 going to give me a value of 6. The x is done in the first term. Remember, a term gets separated by a plus or a minus. Then I'm going to say now the y value, base y. There's a 2 if the bases are the same, multiply. Then I have to add the exponents. 2 plus 1 going to give me a value of 3 plus. Now, similar thinking here. There's also a 1 key down there. 4 times 1 is going to give me 4. Now the base x. If the bases are the same, 4 plus 2 is going to give me 6 to the y exponent 1. And then I look at this one here and I see that the values, the terms, is not likewise terms. So I cannot add it due to this one here. They're not likewise terms. So my answer going to stay as is in that particular case. Number B. Number B is 6 2x minus y minus 2x plus 2y. Now guys, this one is under simplify, so I'm going to get rid of the brackets first. So I'm going to say multiply it in to the bracket. I'm going to have 6 times 2 going to give me 12x, and I do it again. Multiply it in, I'm going to have minus 6y. Be careful for the minus. Minus 2 times x going to give me minus 2x. And again, but remember, a minus times a plus is a minus. 2 times 2 going to give me 4y. Let's see if we have likewise terms. There's a x, there's a x. 12 minus 2 going to end up with 10x. Now the y. Minus 6 minus 4 going to give me minus 10y. And that's going to be my answer in that case. Question number C. If I look at question number C, it reads 5 2 x squared bracket square. Of course, the hidden information, I know that there's a 1 key there. So therefore, if I get rid of the brackets, I'm going to say 5. And now I multiply it into, so therefore I'm going to have, now remember bracket is multiply. 2, 1 times 2 exponent 2 then. Now the x. 2 times 2 is going to give me 4. Therefore I'm going to have 5 multiply. 2 times 2 is going to give me a value of 4, then x to the 4. And I can clearly see now that 5 times 4 are going to give me a value of 20x to the exponent 4. Question number D. If I write it down first, it's the fifth root minus 32p to the exponent 10. So that 5 must give me an indication. If I look at this one, I know that 32, and don't forget it's a minus. If I just look at it nicely, I'm going to have minus 2 multiply minus 2 multiply minus 2 multiply minus 2 multiply minus 2. Then I'm going to see a minus times a minus is a plus, times a minus is a minus, times a minus is a plus, times a minus going to give me a minus. I have used, and now let's just quickly check, 2 times 2 it's 4, times 2 it's 8, times 2 it's 16, times 2 is 32. Yes, it's good. So I've used the minus 2 in this case then 5 times, and there is the 5, the indication I was talking about. So let's substitute that one now with, so it's going to become the fifth root. In the place of minus 32, I would like to substitute now minus 2 to the exponent 5, and I continue p to the exponent 10. When I'm going to remove the fifth root, what must I do? I know I must take the 5, put it underneath, and I must take the 5 and I must put it underneath. So therefore I'm going to end up with something like minus 2 to the exponent, and now the 5, remember, divide the 5. Now the p, the 10, divide the 5. So I'm going to have an answer here, something like 5 divided by 5. I'm going to have minus 2. P, 10 divided 5, going to give me a value of 2. And it seems to me that's going to be my answer down there. Question number E. If I'm going to look at question number E, oh, it looks to me like a division underneath. So this is a big one, where I'm going to have 8, and it looks to me like a cube root. I'm going to have 8b exponent 12 multiply 64b cubed. Let me just extend that one. And everything here divide by 3 for 3 y 15. Right, let's see what we can do with this one. Let's first keep the cube root for now. Therefore, I'm going to have, I know that 8 is something like 2 cube. B 12. Multiply. I also know that 64 is 4 to the 3. B cube. And I'm going to divide everything. Now guys, very important, I must know the following. This must be like basic information. 1 cube equals to be 1. 2 cube equals to be 8. 3 cube going to give me 27. 4 cube going to give me 64. 5 cube going to give me 125. 6 cube going to give me 216. And then the one I'm interested in now is 7 cube. That's going to give me 343. And guys, this is the basic I'm talking about. We got to know a little bit of general knowledge by now. So therefore, 343 going to be substitute now with 7 cube. Y 15. And remember that it is a cube root. And now the old story. 3 must divide into that. If I remove the root, into that one, and also into that one. But don't forget at the bottom, it must also divide in there, and it must also divide into that one. So it must divide into every exponent we have. So therefore, we're going to end up with 2, 3, divide by 3, b, 12, divide by 3, 4, 3, divide by 3, b, 3, divide by 3. Everything, divide that by 7. And now 3, divide by 3. Y, 15, divide by 3. So it looks to me we're going to end up here with. Now let's see what going to cancel and not going to cancel. It seems to me that 3 and that 3. 3 will divide into 12 4 times. 3, 3, 3, 3. There's another one that will cancel. And then 3 will divide into 15. It looks to me 5 times. Let's see what we're going to have left. So we're going to have 2b to the 4 multiply 4b. Divide all that by 7y to the 5. 2 times 4 is going to give me 8. B is a 1 down there. If the bases are the same, looks to me to be 5 going to become. Divide all that by 7. And we're going to have y to the 5. And if I haven't made a mistake with my exponents, that should be then my answer. Question number F. Now this is about likewise terms, but let's first get it in the correct order. We must always remember, if I'm going to say 2 times 3, or whether I'm going to say 3 times 2, my answer in both cases will be equal to be 6. So my idea is I would like to put it first in the correct order. So I'm going to have 9bc squared minus. Now guys, one of the best ideas is let's always go into the alphabetical order. So I'm going to change this one then into the alphabetical order, where it's going to become now minus 5b squared c plus. I'm going to change that one into the alphabetical order to become 3bc squared minus, and that one is okay, minus 21b squared c. Now I'm going to look at this one. It looks to me there's bc squared, bc squared. So it looks to me that this one and this term here, those two terms are likewise terms. And then it looks to me that this one here, b squared c, b squared c, and that one will be likewise terms. So let's add the likewise terms. 9 plus 3 going to give me then 12b c squared minus, then minus 5 minus 21 is going to give me minus 26b squared c. Guys, and there is that one. If you play it by the rules, keep it in alphabetical order, it is fine. Thank you. Right guys, question number 3. My order of labeling in the homework was not correct, but this is actually question number 3. Right, if I look at this one, subtract. Now, if I just substitute it with values by saying subtract 6 from 10, then I'm going to have something like 10 minus 6. So you can clearly see that this value must get first. So I'm going to have, therefore, 5x squared plus 3x minus 5. Subtract means minus. What must I subtract? And immediately I put that in brackets because that minus is going to change the signs inside the bracket. So I'm going to have 2x squared minus 7x minus 1. Let's get rid of the brackets. 5x squared plus 3x minus 5. Now, a minus times that is going to give me minus 2x squared. Now, be careful. A minus times a minus is going to give me a plus 7x. And again, a minus times a minus is going to give me a plus 1. Now, I got to add likewise terms. X squared, 5 minus 2, going to end up with 3x squared. Done. Now the next one is x. 3x plus 7x, going to end up with plus 10x. Done. And I can clearly see now the only two left, minus 5 plus 1, going to give me minus 4, and here I have my answer for that calculation. Right guys, this again is actually question number 4. How much is, let's just play with it, how much is, let's say 3 less than 6? Therefore, it looks to me we're going to have less. So it looks to me we're going to have 6 minus 3. How much is 3 less than 6? So it's 6 minus 3. My answer then must become equal to 3. So therefore I have the pattern. So therefore I'm going to say now 9x plus 3y plus the 5 minus, less means minus. What must I subtract? 5x plus 2y plus the 5 in that particular case. Now I got to get rid of the brackets. Therefore I'm going to have 9x plus 3y plus the 5. And now be careful for the minus again. Multiply it in. I'm going to have minus 5x. Multiply it again. Minus times a plus is a minus 2y. And again, I'm going to have a minus times a plus is a minus 5. Now let's add likewise terms. X. 9 minus 5 is going to give me 4x. Done with that one. Now the y. 3y minus 2y is going to give me plus 1y. Done. And now 5 minus 5 is nothing, 0. I do not have to show the 0. So there I have that one for my answer. Right guys, this must be actually question number 5. And again, we must read, and if we do not understand it the first time, we read again and let's clearly see what they want. The sum of two numbers, the two numbers I do not know, is equal to 20. If one number is 6 more than the other, so let's call the number, if one number is 6 more than the other, so the other number, let's call it x. So the one number must be then x, and it must be 6 more than that particular number. So both numbers are going to refer to x. In this case, the one number is x, and the other number is 6 more than that first number I had. So here I have derived the two numbers. So I'm going to make my statement. I say now in the first sentence, the sum of the two numbers. So I'm going to have x plus x plus the 6. In total, sum must be then equal to 20. So I'm going to have x plus x going to give me 2x. Take the 6 to the right hand side. It's going to become a minus 20 minus 6 going to give me 14. Divide on the left with a 2. Divide on the right with a 2. So I'm going to have x going to give me a value of 7. So therefore for this answer here, one of the answers, x, must be equal to 7. That's one of the answers. In the next part I'm going to say if x plus 6, if that is 7 plus the 6, my second answer got to be then equals to 13. So my two numbers will be then 7 and 13. And there I have my two answers. Now for the last question of the homework. This one actually, I think it must be question 7. Let's write it down. If x squared, it seems to me that the value of x squared must be equal to 2x plus 5. Then determine the value of, so it seems to me we gotta work with x squared minus 2x minus 3, and then in the place of the x squared I must substitute it then with 2x plus the 5, and I continue with the rest, minus 2x minus 3. Now likewise terms, there's a plus in front of the 2, plus 2 minus 2x going to give me 0. Plus 5 minus 3, we're going to end up with the answer of plus 2. Right guys, that concludes our homework. But while we're at this homework, I just want to do one more of this kind of question 7, if you allow me quickly. What if they're going to give us example something like 3x squared y plus y squared, and they say let x be equal to 2 and y equals to be 3. This is the given information for that expression. So I'm going to substitute now, where I'm going to say then 3 in the place of x, it must become then a 2 square y to be 3 plus, and then the y to be 3, and that still to be square. So we're going to have 3 multiply, bracket means multiply, 2 square is 4, multiply 3 plus the 9. So therefore it looks to me 3 times 3 it's 9, and 9 times 4 is going to give me 36 plus the 9. It looks to me we're going to end up here with the answer something like 45. Guys, the only thing I wanted to show you is how to substitute that into the equation if that maybe is asked. Right guys, thank you very much. I hope that you have really have performed well in this exercise, and that this may help you a little bit of a little bit of revision versus the test coming up. As soon as I hear anything more about the test, I will share it with you. And guys, keep the hopes high and enjoy every day whatever we are doing. Thank you very much.